Hello my dear friends, it's Yuri, and last week I have made the two videos about the um, golf challenge, Yuri versus the Rob Bolton power rankings. It was about the worldwide technical championship at Mayakoba. And the week have changed, and now it's a very good reason to try to make this experiment in the real time. And this time I will try to battle with Rob Bolton and his power rankings on the Hewlett Packard Enterprise Houston Open. And you can see that the first 10 golfers, his prediction about in his power ranking is Mackenzie Hughes on the 10th position, Mark Leishman on the 9th position, Maverick McNeely on the 8th position, 7 is Joaquin Niemann, 6 Taylor Gooch, 5th position Cameron Smith, 4th Thangu Jo Im, 3rd Matthew Wolff, 2nd Scotty Scheffler, and the 1st is Sam Barnes. Very good and very serious team, and the article of Rob is very informative as usual. In this connection, a lot of information and a lot of reasons to try to battle with him in the struggle. So my team, the 5 members of the Rob Bolton team included in my team, and as I know, it will be highly different to be as good as Rob in his expectations and in his predictions. And this connection, I have not reasons to struggle with him seriously right now, but from another side, I'm going to improve my calibrations, my skills calibrations during this process. And in this connection, I will try to have a different distribution and the different members in my team. So the 5 different members are the Harold Warner Sword. He is on the 10th position in my team. Adam Scott on the 9th position. Terrell Pendrit on the 7th position. On the 5th position, Chad Ramey. And Brooks Koepka on the 2nd position. So my reasons to include those golfers in my team, all the golfers, all 10 golfers in my team. So firstly, the Harold Warner Sword. In my opinion, he's playing very solid golf, and he's very oftenly making the cuts. And during the last tournaments and the beginning of this year, he's showing very conservative, very solid, and very stable results. In this connection, I need such a golfer in my team who are oftenly making a cut and who are oftenly very close to the first 10 positions. Adam Scott, maybe the same reason. Adam was not so excellent during the last season, but the end of the last season and beginning of this season is quite good, much more better than his average results during the whole previous season. In this connection, I'm expecting that he is in the good form currently, and I'm expecting that he will be on the leading positions exactly in this tournament, the Hewlett Packard Enterprise Houston Open. So the next one is Mark Leishman. I think that Mark is playing again very solid and very, that the conservative and very stability. He have very good stability. Taylor Pendrit. In many cases, I'm changing Taylor Pendrit versus the Mackenzie Hughes in the team of in Rob's team. Because I'm very, sensitive to the results of the Will Zalatoris, for example. The last season I have made videos about the golf swing analysis and about his golf swing, and it was not so highly interesting to the public till the moment when the Will Zalatoris was second on the Masters, and after that it was increased, hugely strong increase to these videos. And this connection, I'm looking hard for those guys who are playing perfectly in the Corn Ferry Tour. And so the Taylor is highly motivated, in my opinion, to that he will have not so much chances to play in the PGA Tour events if he will not win or will find the highest positions. And this connection, I think that he is very motivated, and his last performance is showing us that he is in the good form. So I am expecting that this is new blood in the PGA Tour, which is coming for the Corn Ferry. It will be excellent for the tour, and it's well developed. The golf, the future of the golf. Cameron Smith, I like Cameron Smith because very oftenly he is playing with the best rounds, with -8 and better, and I'm especially analyzing such rounds because for me it's highly interesting to understand what is the difference between the usual rounds in the golf and the best rounds in the golf. And two measurements which I'm finding most interesting for me are related with accuracy. First of all, it's the approaching proximity accuracy, and the second one is the first putt proximity. And this connection, as we know, the green speed will be approximately 12 on this tournament. In this connection, you see that I hope that exactly the first putt proximity will be highly influential factor for the total result, for the total performance, and I hope that Cameron Smith will be excellent in the putting, in the first putt proximity, and it will give him many chances to be among the top 10 golfers on this tournament. The first putt proximity is not only, the averaging of the distance after first putt, but also if, that the first putt proximity is close to the 10 inches, the golfer have much more reasons to have one putt. So, that very oftenly they are making, let's say that they are playing 8 holes with one putt, and so that the smaller the first putt proximity, the better the higher probability of the first putt. So this is my reason, and this its idea. Chet Ramey. Chet is not so strong golfers. Maybe among those golfers who are in my team, he is not so strong. But from the other side, his last performance was also very useful. He was very close to the positions in the first 10, and his card making proximity were also good. And this connection, I hope that maybe he is the autumn golfer who are playing perfectly exactly in the autumn time. And I hope that he will have good results also in this tournament. Joaquin Niemann, I like the Joaquin Niemann golf swing. In many cases, it seems that he's a young golfer. In this connection, that he's concentrated not only on the golf, but also on the social life, which is relative with his golf performance. He's very active in the Instagram, for example. He is, perfectly know when cooking the good feed, and with his friends, with his girl, with his wife. And in this case, that he is maybe it's not giving him a full concentration exactly on the game. But I hope that I'm wrong with such opinion. But it seems that, that in those moments when he become more concentrated on the game, he have better results. In this connection, currently he is playing perfectly, and I hope that he can even improve his performance and his positions. Sam Barnes, the young golfer with the excellent golf skills, and I think that in each tournament when he will take part, I will have him in my team. I'm not expecting that he will win this tournament, because you see that he is winning quite oftenly, and only the the probability of such oftenly winnings are not so high. And this connection, I think that maybe he will be among the strongest golfers, but on this tournament, but not the winner of the tournament. Brooks Koepka, amazingly perfect golfer. In some cases, his last performance is not so excellent, but I hope that maybe in many cases, because it's related with his heels, and I hope that he will, that he will receive the better form, sport form, and he will play better in this connection. I hope that he will be excellent on this tournament also. Scottish Scheffler, it's one of my favorite golfers, because you see that he have an excellent performance. Last season he couldn't make a cut just 5 times, and this connection probability of his cut making is very high. So I'm making analysis for his performance beginning this season and the last season, and we can see that the beginning of this season was not so perfectly good for him. He couldn't make the cut 2 events ago. The previous event, he not the last, before last one, before last week, he was just on 70 or 38 position, and he was 4th last week. In this connection, I hope that he have feel that he's in the good form and he can play better, and I hope we see that he can make a series of the good performance, and plus that we can see that his average position is less than 12. In this connection, he is very valuable golfer for the team. So that is my logic about the. Just a second. That is my logic about my team. I hope that this time I will be a little bit closer to the Bolton results. And anyway, it's a great pleasure for me, and it's very informative, and I'm changing decision making. And for me, it's also very interesting, because you see that when you are not fixing your predictions because before or your expectations before the tournament, when the tournament is happening, you are overvaluing your chances to predict the best golfers in this tournament. And this connection, if you like to fix the difference between your predictions and between the real results, you need to make something like this video, something like these opinions, which will be fixed exactly before beginning of the tournament. Because you see that it's a usual situation for all of us. We're changing our mind, and we're changing our thinking about our, that valuations when something is happening. And this is I have taken this idea from the Kahneman and Tversky, who are the Nobel laureates of the that in the behavioral economics, and they are writing about the different heuristics which we are using in our decision making, and they talk that such decision making based on this heuristics maybe not so hugely perfect, but from the other side it's working maybe not perfectly, but working well for the different spheres of our decision makings. So this is my idea. I hope that I will find your comments in my videos, in the comments to my videos, because you see that for me it's becoming highly interesting. I'm going to write the work paper about the accuracy in the golf, and this connection, such experiments which I'm taking right now, making right now, they are giving me, that ideas about the influence of the accuracy for the total performance, for the total results. Thank you very much. Have a good golf. Have a good day all over the golf, and hope to see you in my channel. Bye bye.